God? Are you just looking for him to be a senator? You want him to be a pimp in your life? That's not the way my God works. He said faith causes him to move. He said that praise causes him to move. He said that when you act upon it, he begins to respond to it. He said, therefore, when you pray, whatsoever things you desire, stop right there. Whatsoever things you desire, when you pray, you cannot get away from praying. You can't wish it. You can't hope it. You can't even think it. But you got to pray. You got to go to him. He is the miracle worker. He is the one that works the signs and wonders. But how you going to ask somebody for something if you don't go to them the way he says to approach him in fear and in trembling? He said to come before his presence with thanksgiving. That means you got to bring him something. Bring a sacrifice unto him. But no, we come heavy. We weighted down. We got more complaint than we do praise. We got more arguing than we do a worship. That's a little bit twisted. He's still God. Through all the midst of all of your complaining, in the midst of all of your craziness and your crazy thinking, and even when you get mad at him, he at the end of the day, guess what? He is still God, and he's God all by himself. He will cause a rock, as the Bible says, to cry out on his behalf. He'll cause a little baby. When you won't praise him, you would say that you are redeemed and you smart and you intelligent. He said, guess what? I'll pick a little 3-year-old and a little 5-year-old and outshine you and fill them with the Holy Ghost and then cause them to prophesy in your life. Do you really want a miracle? He said you got to pray. And the next step, you got to believe God. You can't get away from it. I'm sorry. You can't get away from it. You can do it. And some of us been complaining for 5-10 years. And yes, that's why nothing has happened on your behalf. You cancel it out every time you say, but God. You don't understand. But God, I've been waiting a long time. But God, don't you see what is happening? Don't nobody understand what it is I'm going to. You just cancel out. You just nullify. You just told God you're not able. But my Bible says that he is able to do exceeding and abundantly more than I can even ask. I got to open up my mouth and I got to think it, yes. When I begin to think it, I got to ask it. When I ask it, I got to release it. I got to make sure that it makes it up unto heaven. And then I got to seal it with a praise. I got to seal it with a seed. I got to speak to it. God, I know that you're going to work it, that you're going to cause all things to work together for my good. I don't care how much the enemy might fight. And baby, he does fight. And he fights really well. But if you don't build yourself up, he will knock you on the ground. Do you really want a miracle? He said, pray. He said, believe that you receive it. You got to see it before you see it, or you never will see it. So you got to work 3 principles. You got to pray. You can't get away from it. That's why Bishop and I are here. Well, we recognize some of you are not able to do it. That's okay. But we're called to do it. We're in the midst of it because we want to see God do something significant in the midst of what occurred on this past weekend. And it was awesome. It was amazing. I've never seen what I saw on this past week. When I tell you God aligned it up, God was in total control of the alignment. When the enemy literally tried to prevent that revival from happening, he tried to kick them out of the church. I can tell you about it now on Monday. But because I had a prayer life, I knew who to call upon. I called upon the true intercessors, those that I don't have to tell much, but simply cold pray, who know how to go into the face of God and go immediately into warfare. I couldn't tell everybody about this because I didn't need no crazy faith. I didn't need no crazy thinking, because it says that whatsoever things I desire, when I pray and I begin to pray, and I added my intercessors and my prayer partner, and I already believe I know what God had showed me was sure. Everything was lining up, and when it hit on Monday, I got excited because it was a sign unto me I'm on the right track. And the enemy is threatened by what's about to happen in a city called Butler. donkey. And let me tell you, not only did God work it out in the midst of it, but God saved some people. He filled some people. He sowed seed. He caused things to exceed my expectation. What can I tell you? But I'm still in amazement because God did it. He encouraged the people's life. In the midst of that calamity, he brought the members together 100%. One accord and say, despite it all, if they kick us out, we're with you, Pastor. And sometimes that's what God will do unto you. He'll put you under so much pressure just to get you humble enough so you can make up in your mind, are you going to live for him or are you going to die for him? Are you going to pray to him or are you just going to say forget it and end up in the damnation? I don't want you to go to hell because of your stubbornness, because of you holding a grudge. You don't want to forgive nobody because of your emotions, because you just don't want to know, I just can't get along with you. Your inability to forgive is going to send you straight to hell. Digest it. Your inability to forgive and say two words, I'm sorry, will send you to a ticket to hell. Forgive. Because it says right here, okay, you got to pray, you got to believe, you got to receive, and you shall have what you shall have it. But there's a but to it. There is a but clause. Verse 25 says, in the midst of you praying, you got an option here. And it starts with the word F, and it says forgive.